Book Broads podcast. This podcast was recorded on Sunday, September 27th, 2009 at Word on the Street in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. I'm Kimberly Plumley, and today I'll be talking to Lee Edward Foti, author of the Kendra Candlestar series from Brown Books Publishing. Hello, Lee.
Hi, how's it going?
Good. Hey, he's also known as Mr. Whiz.
I am.
Why Mr. Whiz?
I write fantasy books for children, and I, of course, might have something to do with this hat. So, it's what my readers and my students call me. I teach creative writing to kids, and it just seems to be the thing that evolved. I had a friend originally call me the Wizard of Words, and that's kind of a long, cumbersome phrase. So I don't know, it just, over time, it got shortened to Mr. Whiz, and that's who I am.
Very neat. So you teach children?
I do. I teach creative writing to kids.
Creative writing. That's excellent. You probably see some amazing things coming out of children.
Oh, it's stunning.
Magic. So magic, that's why I'm wearing the hat to keep up with Lee.
It's a nice hat.
It is a lovely, I think I'll be wearing it every day now. So a couple questions for you. I have an 8-year-old daughter, and I was reading a bit of background about Kendra and things like that. And I was excited about the books because I thought, she loves Harry Potter. She loves the Chronicles of Narnia. She loves them. But there was nothing really, other than Susan and Lucy and the Chronicles, that really, Hermione, but nobody who could find a girl who had the magic within them. And that's what I think Kendra brings to the table. How did you choose a girl to be your lead?
That's a really good question. I get actually asked this a lot. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I really thought about it mentally. I like to think I write emotionally, so I think of emotions, and I usually find a crystallizing scene or a moment, and then everything kind of grows out of that one particular feeling. Right. And I think, as a child, I was a really sensitive kid. And I grew up on a farm. I grew up in a really rural, kind of rough environment. My dad was a farmer. My brother's a hunter. But I was not. I'm a little literary nerd kid. And so, got picked on quite a bit, felt like a girl. Okay. I think I gravitate more towards, as a kid, I gravitated more towards the girl energy. Mm-hmm. And some of the books that you referenced, I grew up before Harry Potter, but I loved Narnia, I loved The Wizard of Oz, and I loved those types of stories. Mm-hmm. And that is the sort of energy that I'm trying to embrace in my books. Right. And I think, it just was a natural fit for Kendra to be a girl.
Okay. Yeah, it's fantastic. So Gracie had a couple questions for you, and she's our book broad in training.
That's right.
She's 8, and she says, is Kendra a wizard, a witch, or anything magical?
Excellent question. So you kind of alluded to this earlier, the magic within us, and I think the magic of Kendra, especially when the book starts, is her the thing I love about her is her inner strength. Mm-hmm. So she is very much set apart from the rest of the characters in her world. She's often told she's strange and she's peculiar, and she finds a way to somehow stay true to herself throughout the first 2 books. And in my brand new book, The Shard from Grieve, she's just turned 12, and this is an important age in her world because that's when you get to study a craft or apprentice with someone. So her grumpy Uncle Griffin Skitch, who's the stern old wizard, has decided that he's going to train her and make her his apprentice, so she's going to become a sorceress. So now in the 3rd book, she gets her first Een wand. And Een wands are a little bit different from traditional wands. They're living wood. They grow with you as your ability grows. So this is going to be her entry into, her career as a sorceress, right? But it doesn't go, I don't want to give away too much about the book, but it doesn't go too incredibly well. She has quite a bit of a journey there, and it actually serves as a challenge for her, going back to what her inner truth is.
Right. Oh, very neat. Gracie's other question, this is my daughter, does she have a middle name?
Wow, I told you these 8-year-olds would come up with very difficult questions. No, she has no middle name. Okay. Eens, actually, the names are really important. All the Een characters, Eens are what Kendra is. She's an elf-like character. And they have sing-songy names. So Kendra, Candlestar, Honest, Oki, Juniper, Jinx. They're alliterative. And that's by design, by them, because they like the poetry of how names sound.
Beautiful. So some of the general themes in your storylines are bullying and being true to yourself. How is that affecting it? What have you heard from kids and how that's inspired them regarding bullying or any of the other things out there?
Well, the bullying thing is with one specific character, Jinx, who does bully another character. I haven't, that isn't one that kids have really gravitated towards. I think what they gravitate towards more is the whole idea, especially in the first book, is about secrets and the power that secrets can have over us and perceptions that people can have of us. Because in the first book, Kendra has she's living in her land, and they have a box of whispers that gets stolen. And she doesn't even know what's in the box at first. And then she goes she's chosen to go on the quest to search for it. And along the way, she realizes what is inside this box is secrets, including her own. And so she's going to have to make a decision in that book to face her secret. And, it might sound easy, but of course, every kid has a secret. And, it might be a really silly secret. But to that child, it's really important. And of course, it's the same with adults. We're no different. I always, I speak a lot to schools and stuff, and I always ask, who here has a secret? And all the kids fire up their hands. The adults never fire up their hands. It's really interesting because it means that we are really, secretive. Like, we don't even want children to know we even have secrets, let alone what the secrets are. So it's really interesting for me, and I think kids really get that, and they understand the power of of those feelings, and how in the book, the fear of secrets has a very definite consequence on Kendra and her people, and that's what she has to end up facing and realizing.
Cool. I really cannot wait to read these to my children. I just know my husband will be part of that too, and we'll all read aloud. I think that's something.
I hope you're good at funny voices.
My husband is rock star at that.
Okay, excellent.
But yeah, I think reading, we have to continue reading to our children regardless if they can read to themselves or not. Do you agree?
Oh, totally. Like I said, I teach creative writing to kids. I begin every single class reading.
Perfect.
That's how I like to kind of clear our day and turn on, kids are coming in from whatever they were doing, playing soccer at the mall. Let's just turn off all our other energy and we can get into this kind of, literary mood. And so I love reading just a little bit, a few pages, just gets us all into the world of storytelling.
I could see that you would be fun to listen to. That's great. Wow. I wish I had you as a teacher when I was a kid, let me tell you. Well, I've been talking to Lee Edward Fody, author of the Kendra Candlestar series from Brown Books Publishing. I'm so excited about reading these books, and I'm absolutely honored that I get to wear a hat similar to yours and celebrate Kendra.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Be magical.
The Book Broads are Angela Crocker,
Kimberly Plumley,
and Peggy Richardson.
Together we write, speak, and consult on publishing, marketing, social media, and publicity in the world of books.
Head on over to thebookbroads.com for more podcasts, blog posts, and details about how to find us on Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn.
The Book Broads can be found in the real world wherever words are celebrated. Meet the Broads at Book Camp Vancouver, the Surrey International Writers Conference, and the Making a Scene Conference in October. The end.